Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to be putting in insulation baffles in the breezeway project. It's about 7 degrees out with a breeze, so it's, I don't know, somewhere below 0 Fahrenheit. Not nice out. It was 0 last night with high winds. I definitely wouldn't want to be out in that stuff. You know, it was probably 20 below with the wind chill. So we'll get done with this walk as fast as possible, bring in a few more logs for the fire, and then get going on them truss baffles. Okay, I'm back at the addition project working on the baffles. I started this yesterday and then the staple gun jammed up really bad. So I ended up having to fix that. I made a video on that and just called it a day. Almost everything that could go wrong did go wrong yesterday, and it got too late to cobble anything together with the video. So no video other than fixing the staple gun yesterday. I got 3 out of these 4 pieces in when it jammed up, and that was it. So I worked on the design for this wall last night, figuring out the elements, where the sink goes, where the water heater goes. I don't have an exact plan for where the box goes. Where's that box? Right here. But that's kind of gonna depend on the pipe right here. It's gonna have to go pretty much straight below this. I don't want to put a bend and bring it over or anything. So it's going to be back mounted as well. So I gotta cut out the foam here and build something up against the OSB from the house and mount it on that. And then it's going to be flush with the drywall, but it'll be inside of a cabinet. So when I design the cabinets, I'll have to design the cabinets so that it has easy access inside there. I probably should do that right away, but I haven't done it yet. Natalie and I have to run to town tonight, and we are going to bring Izzy, and we're going to bring her in Home Depot. That should be pretty interesting. We'll make a video of it. Last time I went, I got this conduit that I need to come down and go to the box, but I got the wrong size. This 1.25 inches instead of 1.5 inches. I'm guessing it was in the wrong slot at the store, or I had a brain fart when I pulled it out and just got the wrong one. So that's where I'm at right now. Now, with these things, on this side at least, it's working out really nice. Well, I guess it's going to work on the other side the same way. It is 8 feet, roughly, just a hair shy on some, between the rim board and where it stops here at the center. And these are 4 feet wide. So there is a 1/4 inch per foot taper on that because of the flat roof up there. So that means that this is 10 inches here, it's 9 inches in the center, and 8 inches down there. So if I lay it out, I'll show you the layout on the sheet in a second. But if I measure 9 inches up and then 18, just put a hash mark. And then on the other side, put a mark at 10 inches and then 18. Cut a straight line across the top, and then that angled line in the middle. It gives me 2 perfect sheets. And actually there's a 1/4 inch. It's 10 1/4, 9 1/4, and 8 1/4. But I don't want to be tight with the bottom of the truss cord there. I want it up a little bit. And all these are doing is making opening where the fiberglass or cellulose will be blown into here. There'll be a baffle in the center as well. And this is getting filled up with foam, and then these cavities here will fill up, I'm hoping, with the cellulose or whatever's blown in here. You know, you got the tight little corners down there as well. I really don't like this kind of a truss for what I'm doing here. If I had this to do all over again, I would use probably I-beam trusses without knockouts. And then I would just create a knockout for all my utilities and probably put a chase down through it. Yeah, this is just way too much work and way too many areas where you got thermal bridging, large thermal bridging like that 2x4 coming down, and what we had before. Yeah, I definitely would go with I-beams and then just build the angle into the top instead of using these mono trusses, or if you can get I-beam mono trusses, that would probably be perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you how I lay out and cut these, and then I'll put one in, and then it is already way late again. Yeah, yesterday, amongst the mess ups yesterday, I had to restart the computer to install an update for Windows. That destroyed all of my Microsoft Office programs. I had to download a tool to uninstall them, then I had to re-download the programs and install them. So I was working on that until, it's like probably 2 in the afternoon. Then I came out here, got this stuff done. Then I had to get to the day job. And right now it's after 1 already. So I have to get to the day job and then pick up Natalie and then head to town and get that conduit before the storm. We have, last night it was 0 or right around there, probably a little bit below. Tomorrow it gets up in the 20s and starts snowing. We're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches tomorrow. Then the temperature drops below 0 every night, and in like 5, 6 during the day for 3 days. So it's going to be a terrible 4 days, and I want to have everything I need to work in here and not have to go out and that stuff. So tomorrow while it's snowing, I'll cut the studs for this, and I'll have that conduit and I'll be ready to go. So let me get one of these laid out and I'll show you how I cut this and install it, and then, all right, hopefully I'm aimed right. I'll do the easy end with the nice factory edge. Okay, I think I have my camera aimed right, hopefully. Now, like I was saying, I go 9 inches and then 18. And then on this side, 8 inches and 18. So this top cut is a straight cut. Both the measurements were 18. And then this one gives us the taper. Oh, yeah, and there's another step on this too, which you'll see. And this does not have to be perfect. Okay, the next step is to just get this traced out. That's going to go right there. And then I'm just marking where my foam is. The foam is 1.5 inches, and I am cutting it at 1.25 inches. Because I allowed for a 1/4 inch gap at the top. And I'm going to do something with that later. All right, beautiful. So like this gap, and there's a 1/4 inch at the top because this is kind of rough. It does not matter at all. Once, if the blown-in insulation starts going through there, it'll just clog right away. And okay, GoPro crashed on me. This is a Hero 8. I had a Hero 6 that crashed so much I finally had to return it for a refund and get a rebuilt one. Okay, I want this baffle to be fairly stiff, because when they blow in that insulation, this will have a membrane across the bottom here. That membrane gets bowed down, and when you put the drywall on, you push it up tight, and that dense packs it in there. There's an example on keeping it Dutch. I think I linked to it in another video, but I'll throw a link in there just in case. Again, if I'm off on my focusing, I apologize. When you have these strapped to your head, you don't have a huge amount of control without repositioning it over and over. Okay, out of staples. But you get the gist of it. I got to put a few more staples in there, and then basically do the exact same thing on that one. Mark the location of that cap, that thermal bridge cap, cut around it, and then in the end I'm just going to run a bead of foam right along everything at the top, and it'll be a real nice seal. Okay, let me get this camera off my head. Okay, so I'm gonna load up the stapler and get this next one in. Then I have to get going and make up a list for town. You got to make sure you get everything you need, or as close to it as possible, because it's a long ways away, and you can get stuck without having what you need to work on your projects if you don't get it. Didn't mention before, but when I got back from the walk with Izzy this morning, I split a bunch of wood using that crazy Russian hacker tire hack. It's over here. That works really well, really well. I'm glad I learned that. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, it was only like last week that I posted that video, so you just got to go back a couple days. It's not just setting a log inside of a tire. you set multiple logs in there. Well, you can do just one, but if you put 4 or 5 logs in there, it just saves so much time. Okay, there's the frozen river right there, Mississippi River. There's Natalie. There's the dog sitting on her lap. And we are on the way to town to go to Home Depot. Now, oh, that's the bluff up there. The ridge. She started crying when we pulled up. She thought we were going to go in the store without her. But no, you're coming in, big girl. It's going to be so fun. Okay. All right, let's do this. Oh, and what else? Oh yeah, this is going to be an electric water heater. I was checking out the dimensions and it's roughly the same size as this load center. So it's pretty tiny. Our main one for the house is way bigger than that. So it's pretty tiny, and all it's going to service is the utility sink right here. So maybe in a couple days I'll get that. We'll start doing the plumbing to it and the wiring to it once I have that load center in here. So if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you like the video and or share it, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.